couple of weeks ago I got asked to review some world movies, and I got asked in the same vein to review some films, some world movies, such as Irreversible, and he probably wanted to get my opinion on something horribly gruesome, violent and torturous. So I will match this person's request by reviewing the film Bedevilled. Bedevilled centres around Hay-One, a bank executive who basically tries and dismisses her past by becoming a workaholic. One instant at her job she is told to take a holiday and a break. So she goes to the island in which her grandfather used to live and she used to go on holiday. There's always been a push for her to go because she's always had these letters sent to her by one of her best friends from that island back now. And once she gets there she finds that the island technically hasn't changed, just everyone's grown up. What eventually happens, and this isn't a spoiler, this is part of this plot synopsis, she learns that the men are controlling. This is an island controlled by men where women are seen as pigs and slaves basically. Women are treated like animals and have to obey the men. So that means anything. I'll stop teasing, all the women get raped. Bok Nam tries to convince Hay-One through this very slow burning film, shall we say, to take her and her daughter where Hay-One lives. Of course, if it's an Asian extreme film, it's going to get violent. And through certain circumstances, Bok Nam goes a little bit loopy. Part of me wants to think that Bedevilled actually could be real, not based on truth, but there are situations and cultures and villages in other countries, especially I would say Asia, and other cultures which have traditions that this could be more realming on truth rather than fiction at times. However, there are elements that just make me go, nope, no, so unreal. It's unreal in the writing and it's unreal in some of the scenes. Let me just take an example. There's a police situation where something has done something to someone. The police just think, no, it has to be an accident. They aren't paid or anything like this, they aren't bribed, they are just said, you know what, it's surely an accident, even though there's plenty of evidence to say that it was murder. But with that situation, it's just something to move along the plot, and once you move along the plot to the last 30 minutes, you shall be rewarded. But with Bedevilled, I'm a bit confused by it. It's got a message, but I don't really know what it is. The message, I think, is really kind of unfocused. I'm not sure if it's trying to just be a simple feminist message, or if it's something underlying about its culture. And I know there's a message, because the director would do certain things in this movie without that message. Is it trying to say that men across the world, or men in just this culture, are controlling of the woman, and that it turns into sort of a, I guess like the suffragette movement, but far more violent, only with one person? But if you can put the symbolism, the messages, the metaphors all to the side, what you actually get with Bedevilled is a supremely creepy, intense revenge thriller. Bedevilled may always be a slow burner, but there's always an underlying tension throughout the film. As if something might just pop, and then we're going to go into complete mayhem. It teases you throughout. And Bedevilled centres around two groups of characters. You've got the man and the woman, and the woman in some respects are treated poorly, but some of them are controlling. They've grown up since they were in that situation and now they are at the top. But these are women who have really old-fashioned traditions. There's one line in the film where it says, a woman should only be happy when she has a dick in her mouth. And then you've got the men who just, you know, they agree to that. But the thing about a revenge film that makes this one so sweet and so enjoyable by the end is that you hate every single character in this film. Everyone is treated poorly who is a woman and the protagonist. If there are things to say that make this straight-to-DVD horror film above the rest, is that it has these deliberately quirky and strange, surreal moments, and there's ideas about music to sort of brighten up the situation that they're in. They find comfort in music, some of them. But there are things that hold back Bedevilled from really being a cult classic, shall we say. Bedevilled being from an Asian background, you expect something a little bit more clever, I guess, not something as straightforward. This is a really straightforward revenge film, done in a really good manner. However, it could have been much more than just what it was if it kind of took some risks. There's ideas of Hay-One being in the exact same situation as Bakwan. That the life Hay-One lives in is just as violent in some respects as the world that Bakwan lives in. However, the film just completely forgets that. Once she gets onto the island, it becomes such a straightforward, I'm going to get to this situation so I can get to these grisly scenes. Because you would expect that from a woman who would maybe side with Bakwan, she doesn't when she starts to go all hack and slash on all her inhabitants. There isn't a line where Hye-won goes, no, I agree with Bakwan, and there isn't a line where Hye-won goes, no, I don't agree with this, you know this is wrong, you know you shouldn't be doing this. But no, she just becomes one of the merciless victims, basically. So there was potential, basically, for Bedevilled to be more than it was. However, there are elements of this film which are so creepy and so rewarding and so enjoyable, I think, as a revenge film as it goes. It's simple, it's straightforward, it's what you get on the tin, basically. There's just something in the back of my head that's making me go, this could have been more than what it turned out to be. This world movies section will continue, and I hope you enjoyed. If you have any recommendations for some world movies, please do let me know, because I will watch them.